Lord, which he will show you when?
Today.
Which he will show you tomorrow?
Today.
Which he will show you next month?
Today.
A year from now?
Today.
I want you to stand still and I want you to see the salvation of God that he is going to show you this day. And what did it say?
For the Egyptians whom ye have seen today,
The Egyptians whom ye have seen today, what?
ye shall see them again no more
Guess
forever.
Those Egyptians that you are looking at right now, you're not going to see them anymore forever. And what did it say?
The Lord shall fight for you.
The Lord shall do what?
The Lord shall fight for you.
And what?
And ye shall hold your peace.
Now, Moses didn't exactly know how this was going to happen, but he had faith in God that it was going to happen. He didn't limit his faith in God. And what did it say?
And the Lord said unto Moses.
And the Lord said unto Moses, so the Lord is going to come to him now and tell him how he's going to bring all of this to pass. And what did it say?
Wherefore criest thou unto me?
Why are you crying, Moses? What?
Speak unto the children of Israel that they go forward.
Speak unto him. Tell him to go forward. Don't just stand still. Go forward. And what did it say?
But lift thou up thy rod.
Lift up your rod and what?
And stretch out thy hand over the sea.
Stretch out thine hand over the sea and do what?
And divide it.
Divide it. And what did it say?
And the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea.
The children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. And it says what?
And I, behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians that they shall follow them. And I will get me honor upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, upon his chariots and upon his horsemen.
And the Egyptians do what?
Shall know that I am the Lord.
The Egyptians are going to know that I am the Lord when what?
When I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots and upon his horsemen.
God does things at times so that he can get honor. And what did it say?
And the angel of God which went before the camp of Israel.
The angel of God that went before the camp of Israel removed and went behind them, and the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and did what?
And stood behind them.
And stood behind them. And what?
And it came to pass between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel.
That angel came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel, and there was a cloud and darkness to them, but did what?
But it gave light by night.
It gave them light by night. And what?
To these, so that one came not near the other all the night.
So the whole night long, there was a separation. One didn't come close to the other. And Moses did what?
And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea.
Moses stretched out his hand over the sea. And what?
And the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night.
The Lord brought that east wind and caused the sea to go back and what?
And made the sea dry land.
And made the sea dry land. And what?
And the waters were divided.
And the waters were divided. And the waters were divided. And what did it say?
And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground.
And what?
And the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left.
Now, I want you to imagine for a minute being down on the farm, right where the cows are being milked at. And if you look across the water, you can see the Surrey nuclear power plants. And just imagine for a moment that the waters are parted and you can walk on dry ground all the way to those Surrey nuclear power plants. One might say impossible. Somebody help me say it. But God.
But God.
Moses had faith without limitation. He had faith. God said, this is what I want you to do, Moses. I want you to stretch forth. Use your rod, Moses. He told him that a couple of chapters previous. I'm going to give you a rod that you're going to be able to use for signs. He told him that at the beginning of Exodus. He told him to use that rod. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground. And the waters were doing what?
And the waters were a wall unto them.
The waters were a wall. These walls that you see right here, that was the waters. People were walking on dry ground. They had water over here, all the way up in the air, water over here, all the way up in the air. And they were walking right in between. Imagine that. Faith without limitation. Turn to Daniel. The 3rd chapter.
Amen.
Daniel, the 3rd chapter. Faith without limitation. Daniel, the 3rd chapter, begin at the 8th verse. It says what?
Wherefore at that time certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews.
And what?
They spake and said to the king Nebuchadnezzar, O king,
O king,
live forever.
live forever. What?
Thou, O king, hast made a decree.
Thou, O king, has made a decree that what?
That every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music,
Shall do what?
Shall fall down and worship the golden image.
And whoso falleth not down and worshipeth what?
That he should be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace.
That he should be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. There are certain Jews who did what?
Whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon.
Who's their names?
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
These what?
These men, O king, have not regarded thee.
These men, O king, are not listening to you. And what did it say?
They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up.
You know, church, as long as you are trying to walk godly, people are going to try their best to find fault in you. As it said in that 8th verse, wherefore at that time certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews. They were trying their best. They couldn't find much fault in it. So they were trying every which way possible to find some type of fault within them. 13 says what?
Then Nebuchadnezzar in his rage and fury commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king.
Nebuchadnezzar was a little bit upset. Told him to go and bring these men to him. And what happened?
Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them,
Nebuchadnezzar asked him the question, what?
Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up?
And what?
Now if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made, well. But if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst.
Hour that you tell me that you're not going to worship, you're going to be cast where?
Ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace.
And who is what?
And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands?
Who is that God, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Who is that God that's going to deliver you out of my hands? And what?
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king,
O Nebuchadnezzar?
O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter.
We don't even have to think about our answer, Nebuchadnezzar. We don't even have to give it any thought. What did it say?
If it be so, our God whom we serve is able
is what?
Is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace.
He is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and what?
And he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king.
Not only is he able to, he is going to do it. We got that faith. Not only do we believe that he's able to do it, we believe that he is going to do it. That's faith. Believing and trusting in God. And what does it say?
But if not,
what?
Be it known unto thee, O king.
We want you to know something, okay? That if he does not, because we still believe that he's able to, but if he does not deliver us, O king, what?
That we will not serve thy gods.
We still ain't gonna serve your gods. What?
Nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up.
Are we going to worship the golden image that what?
Which thou hast set up.
So church, though death may be staring you at your face, don't lose faith in God.
True. Amen.
Though death may be staring you at your face,